Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss speech. Speech is also called a narration, and it has two ways. There is direct and indirect speech. Direct speech means it repeats or quotes the exact words are spoken. We place it between two quotation marks. We may call it double inverted commas. For example, Gopal said to Sopan, comma, into double inverted comma, I am going to Nanded with my father today, and double inverted comma, full stop. This is an example of a direct speech. Here Gopal is a speaker and Sopan is a listener. Said to, this is introductory verb. It has two parts. Gopal said to Sopan is a reporting verb, and the part in double inverted commas, I am going to Nanded with my father today, is reported speech. And the reporting verb and reported speech are the two parts of one single sentence in the direct speech. While converting it into indirect speech, first of all we have to see what is indirect speech. It is usually used to talk about the past, so we normally change the tense of words spoken. We are reporting verbs like say, tell, and ask, and we can use a past form of say as I said, tell is a told, ask is asked, and we may use the word that as a connector or a conjunction to introduce the reported words. Here the indirect speech is converted of this example. Gopal said to Sopan, comma, into double inverted comma, I am going to Nanded with my father today, in double inverted comma, close and full stop. Gopal told Sopan that he was going to Nanded with his father that day. Let us understand. Here is a one change, here is a second, here is a third, and here is a fourth, and here is fifth. Means near about there are 5 changes while converting direct speech into indirect speech. In which cases or in which titles which we can changes into indirect speech? First, introductory verb to reporting verb. Okay. Then here the statement admit, say, state, tell, remark, suggest. When the sentence is a verbal question or a WH question, then we have to change it or use it as a ask, inquire, want to know. If the sentence is as a command, then tell, order, or instruct. If the sentence is exclamatory or exclamation, then we have to use exclaim, remark, and wonder. The second thing is use of connective. If the sentence is a statement, then that as a connective we have to use. If the sentence is ethnotype question, if or whether. If the sentence is WH question, then WH word are the same we have to use. If the sentence is command or a request, then the as a connective we have to take as a to. If the sentence is exclamation, the connective is that. To joining the reporting verb and the reported speech. These are all words according to the type of sentences we have to use. Then the third change, that is change in pronouns. If the pronoun subject of the verb, like in the direct speech, I, you, we, you, singular and plural both, then it changes the indirect speech, he or a she. If it is a plural, then we have to take they. If the object of the verb has a pronoun, then direct speech, me, you, us, you. In the indirect speech, it changes him or her and plural them. If possessive adjective is used in the direct speech, my, your, our, your, then we have to use in the indirect speech his or her and the plural form their. Possessive pronoun is used like mine, yours, ours, yours, then his or her and theirs. And the fourth change in tenses. And this is one, what is important is here, that if in the direct speech am, is, are, or to going form, it becomes was or were. Have or has becomes had. Do or does, it becomes did. Shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, and the must, had to, or remains the same must. Ought to is remains the same ought to. It means that the simple present tense becomes the simple past, present continuous tense becomes the past continuous, present perfect tense becomes the past perfect tense, simple past tense becomes the past perfect tense, continuous past tense becomes the past perfect continuous tense, and the perfect past there is no change. And at last, the change in the pointer words, or we may call it as adverbs. If direct as this, then it becomes the that, these, those, here, there, ago, before, thus, so, now, then, hence, thence, either, thither, hereafter, thereafter, herein, therein, today, that day, tonight, that night, tomorrow, the next day, last month, the previous month, yesterday, the previous day or the day before, next day, the following week, next month, the following month, last week, the previous week. So here I have given you the all informations related to while converting the direct speech into indirect speech. And today we shall stop here, and let us continue in the next session or in the next video lecture. We have to start with uh, direct speech converting into indirect speech of assertive sentences. Okay, thank you.